You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980. My name is Les Brown, and we thank you so much for joining us. If you just tuned in, we're talking about starting all over again. A lot of people are doing that, and a major part of the area of the country that's had over 240 tornadoes. My twin brother Wesley, 5 minutes between the two of us, he lives in Fayetteville, North Carolina. They had around 70 tornadoes in that area, and fortunately for him, they're staying in a hotel right now, but they had structural damage and leaks and damage on the furniture inside of the house. But there are people in their neighborhood on each side of him. Their homes were destroyed completely, so they're very, very fortunate to have gotten away with their lives, because people have been killed, and there are people who are having to start over again, who've lost their jobs, lost their careers, gone through some tough times and divorces. But what we know is that people have been able to come back from worse. They've been able to come back. And what's possible for one is possible for all. And we want to hear your story and how you did that. How did you keep your mind together? How did you fight the depression? Or how did you stop from beating yourself up, as I relentlessly did that to myself when I went through some tough times and had to start all over again? How did you keep your spirits high and be motivated, as Dr. House, my friend who came to the United States from Haiti in a boat? Some of the people died. He survived. He's a young teen. And he went to school during the day, washed dishes at night, and sneaked in a warehouse, in and out. That's where he slept, and decided to become involved in real estate, one of the top real estate producers in the country. They call him Dr. House. I've known him for over 10 years, and I don't know anything. His first name is Doctor, last name is House, H-O-U-S-E. He sells the video. He calls himself the House Doctor. All right, let me talk to Rhonda. Rhonda, thank you very much for calling. The number to call is 888-539-2980. That's 888-539-2980. I want to hear from you, Rhonda. Tell me about you starting over again.
Well, it started out, I was married for 27 years, and my husband met a woman and knew her for a week and ran off to another state. And I was so depressed that I didn't eat or sleep for 3 months, and all my hair fell out, and I lost 70 pounds, which I looked great afterwards, though.
Okay. That's a good thing that came out of that. Yes. How many children do you have, Rhonda?
I have one, and I have to say that when I was going through all that, he really stepped up to the plate. But his reaction to the divorce was he decided he would try meth. Wow. And he got horribly hooked up. So not only did I had to go through the divorce, my son was hooked up in meth for about 2 years after that.
Yes.
It was just horrible.
Now, is he drug-free now?
Yes.
Oh, praise God for that. Now,
I know.
Yeah, so what did you do to keep yourself together? You lost a marriage of 27 years. Your son, what he did was he stepped up, and then he became involved in drugs. How did you keep your spirits high, Rhonda? What did you do?
I prayed a lot. I remember going out and the church was closed one night, and I parked in front of a church that had a lighted cross, and I prayed for hours on end in front of that cross. Yes. And my son tried to commit suicide right at that time, and the next day he decided he would go into the hospital with me after that night that I prayed at that cross. And he went to the hospital, and we got him clean. It took every bit of my savings to put him through rehab, but it was well worth every penny.
Now, were you working at the time?
Yes, I was, and I'm surprised they didn't fire me.
So I wanted to ask you, how did you go to work and perform your job? How did you have the presence of mind to concentrate and do what was required of you?
The only thing in life that really seems to really get me through and calm me down, I'm a computer programmer, is actually coding, because it's very methodical and it kind of keeps you from thinking. Also,
the coding, so because you became so immersed in your work, that allowed you not to be consumed with what you were dealing with.
Right.
Wow.
And when I would come home, I would pray, and then it's funny how God only gives you just so much that you can handle.
Yes.
As I got over the divorce, I got that happened, and then as I got my son better, then my dog died. I swear I thought.
Oh my God, girl, you sound like Job. Oh my God, your dog died. What was your dog's name?
Ellie.
Ellie died. My goodness. Whew. And so where are you now? What are things? How are they for you right now?
Well, what happened was, I had this big hailstorm right after that, and it destroyed my house and my car. So I got the insurance all straightened out, and then I got laid off from my job from 10 years, and so then I had to go up to New York. And since I still had to pay for my house, I had to live in a very, very bad neighborhood.
Okay, but here's what I want to know, because we're running out of time. I want to know, you had a hailstorm, you got laid off from your job, Ellie died, your son tried to commit suicide, he was hooked on meth, he got cleaned up. I want to know, what did you do to come back? Where are you now? What's up now with you, Rhonda?
Okay, well, I totally believe that, because I would pray practically every night, and
But you prayed and you worked. You prayed and you worked. So tell me about the action steps that you took.
Okay. I worked. I refused to go out and spend any money. And
so you saved money, you worked, and you saved money. You became very conservative. You pulled back from all the stuff that you were doing before these tragedies showed up.
Right. And so the good thing that happened is my house sold, and right after that, I was offered a job in Florida. So with my house selling and everything else, I was able to just move my son and myself to Florida, and I just bought a house that was foreclosed on for cash. So now I totally believe that God takes care of you.
Yeah, if you work, because faith without works is dead. If you work and lose 70 pounds and look fine. All right, that is great. Congratulations to you. All right. Thank you so much. Boy, thank you. I mean, did she go through some drama or what? Here's a quote to listen to. The first step toward getting somewhere is to decide that you are not going to stay where you are. Wow, that's something to think about. George, I'm going to be right with you. I want to hear your story. We're talking about, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about starting all over again. Now, when you hear that, you think you're going through some stuff. A husband of 27 years left her for a younger woman. She was so worried. The blessing came out of it. She lost 70 pounds. She prayed a lot, but she worked a lot. She became very involved in her work. And then her dog died. Ellie died, and then she had a hailstorm. She was laid off from her job. Son got mixed up with meth and then tried to kill himself. But she got him into a drug program. He's off drugs. She's sold her house, and she's starting all over again. And she's gone through enough hell now. It's time for her to have a break. You know, she said, God knows how much we can bear. Yes, he does. But I just wish he didn't have so much confidence in me. I wish he would spread it out. I feel like Mother Teresa. She said, Lord, I know you know how much we can bear and how much I can bear. I just wish you didn't have so much confidence. I want to hear your story, because what it will do is create the mindset of what this program is all about. That if this person can go through that, then I can go through this. That you know that it's possible that you can overcome whatever you are dealing with. If you've lost everything, your job, your home, your money, your marriage, you have the ability to start all over again, even if you're living at the YMCA or sleeping in your car, as Carol, who called a few weeks ago, and out of nowhere, angels have come to rescue her. You have the power to attract and to begin to create a new life for yourself if you're willing to pray and make your prayers equal to your performance, because faith without works is dead. The number to call is 888-539-2980. That's 888-539-2980. And that is so key. The first step towards getting somewhere is to decide that you're not going to stay where you are. That's how a friend of mine named Dwight got off drugs. He was in a crack house when he just gained consciousness, and he could smell the feces in the house and the urine in the carpet, and he looked at where he was and had a moment of clarity, and he decided, this man who had walked out on his wife and 2 kids and the business that he'd built and lost his home, he decided at that moment in that crack house, I'm not going to stay here. And now he's an entrepreneur. He's gained everything that he's lost, and he started all over again. Hey, hello, how are you? Tell me.
How are you? Sorry,
I'm doing great as soon as they get your microphone on.
Oh, yeah, that always helps.
And thank you for the noise in the background. That's how I know that you're here.
Yes, I am noisy, aren't I? Happy tax day. Have you done them?
No, I haven't, but I will get them done before I leave. Before 12 midnight.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, well, you got quite a bit of time.
Do we have a grace period?
Midnight, right?
Okay. Good.
I don't know.
Okay.
Do I look like an accountant, Les? I don't know. I'm not. What do they call
full of versatility with nothing but ability. You got it like that.
Okay, so of course it is tax day. So at 4 on LA's Afternoon News, we will be talking about all things tax related, and including some of the post offices that are open until midnight.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And also,
I need to know that.
Yes, I know. Yes. A lot of people do. And very interesting facts, just some fun trivia. Also, is e-filing or paper filing more accurate? Which one do you think?
E-filing.
Yeah. Okay. We'll find out at 4 on LA's Afternoon News.
Okay.
Okay. You have to listen. I'm sorry,
yes,
Les. Even you have
yes,
to.
I love to listen to
And we'll hear about President Obama and his wife and their taxes and how much they gave to charity. Staggering the amount of money they gave to, I think it was 36 different charities. Unbelievable. Anyway. Wow. All right. But there are some more stories other than just tax related. Next time this mom hears her little 6-year-old say, "I'm hungry, I want a snack," I think she's going to listen, because this little 6-year-old took a spin in his mom's minivan because he was hungry.
No.
He was in search, he was in search.
A 6-year-old.
Yes, he was in search of a fast food joint because he was hungry and he was being ignored. I think he better get grounded right now and nip this in the bud. Can you believe it? He must have some long legs to be driving a minivan.
A 6-year-old.
6 years old. This is I think it's a hilarious story.
Did he find
Michael
a McDonald's? Did he find one?
We'll find out. I don't know, but Michael doesn't think it's a bit funny. He thinks it's disturbing. I think it's hilarious.
Yes.
Unless you're in the path of that driver.
Right, that's true.
And the Boston Marathon, talk about inspirational. Wait till you hear about the winner of the Boston Marathon. Unreal. Mm-hmm. Okay, now, if you are claiming to be disabled and getting money for it, should you really be seen all over the place belly dancing?
No.
An alimony judge says nope, and this belly dancing supposedly disabled gal gets her alimony payments pulled. And also Match.com, remember that story we told you last week about the gal who said she's suing Match.com because she went on a second date with this guy and he attacked her, and she said they should be screening them to see if they're sex offenders. Mm-hmm. Well, now Match.com is changing their policy, but they still say you cannot rely solely on their checks. Even though they're doing it the right way, they can't be like 1,000% responsible for what goes on dates. So that's just a little bit of what's coming up at 4 on LA's Afternoon News. I hope you join us, Les.
I most certainly will. I always enjoy hearing your voice.
Thank you.
Even with the horrible news that you report sometimes, because there's so much brightness in your voice. You make us feel good as you give us bad news.
You're too kind. Thank
you.
I'll take it, though. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. And listen, I want to hear from you. The number to call is 888-539-2980. Make sure you listen to Maggie, okay? 888-539-2980. We're talking about starting over again. Want to hear from you. The number, 888-539-2980. My name is Les Brown. You're listening to KFWB News Talk 980.